whispered secrets through the twisted trees that bordered Miskatonic University. Perched ominously on a hill overlooking Arkham, Massachusetts, the ivy-clad Gothic buildings of the university loomed like ancient sentinels, guarding forbidden knowledge from the world beyond. Legend spoke of Miskatonic as more than just an institution of learning. It was a place where the veil between our reality and the unnameable horrors of other dimensions wore thin. Students, drawn to its prestige, often whispered of eerie experiences that defied logic, shadows that moved against the light, voices murmuring in languages long forgotten, and a coldness that could grip one's heart even on the warmest days. The centerpiece of Miskatonic was its infamous library. Tall, narrow windows adorned the structure, giving it an air of both grandeur and desolation. Within its walls lay the most extensive collection of occult literature in the world. Among these was the dread Necronomicon, penned by the mad Arab Abdul al-Hazred. Few dared read it, and those who did often vanished or were consumed by a madness from which there was no return. A labyrinth of underground tunnels connected the university's buildings, and students often spoke of strange, otherworldly echoes that seemed to emanate from their depths. There were forbidden sections, sealed off after incidents so hushed up that one could only guess at their nature. Some said that these areas were used for dark rituals, attempting to bridge our world with the eldritch realms spoken of in the forbidden tomes. Many faculty members had their own dark reputations. Professor Armitage, head of the library, was said to have faced unspeakable horrors in defense of the world, while Dr. Morgan of the archaeology department had led the ill-fated expedition to Antarctica, where, it was whispered, they found evidence of pre-human civilizations and cosmic deities that slumbered beneath the ice. Nighttime at Miskatonic was a study in unsettling tranquility. The moon, when it shone, cast a pallid glow, turning the campus into a silvery dreamscape. The soft hooting of owls was occasionally punctuated by the distant, dissonant notes of a student playing the violin or the mournful wail of a wind instrument. But sometimes, on the edge of hearing, there would come a faint, discordant melody, as if from a great distance or another time. No one could locate its source, and its mournful tune seemed to speak of ancient, cosmic sorrows. The university's proximity to the foreboding Arkham woods added to its enigma. On certain nights, ghostly lights would dance among the trees, and there were tales of students, driven by curiosity or perhaps some darker influence, wandering into the forest never to return. Those who did emerge spoke of cyclopean ruins and altars used for unspeakable rites. Yet, despite, or perhaps because of, its grim reputation, Miskatonic University continued to attract scholars and seekers from around the world. They were drawn by its academic prowess, yes, but also by the allure of the unknown, the promise of arcane knowledge, and the thrill of dancing on the precipice of madness. Over time, many tales sprouted about those who'd attended Miskatonic. Howard, a once promising literature student, was said to have stumbled upon a chant that opened a portal to another dimension. All that was found in his room was a journal, its last pages filled with frenzied scribbles about non-Euclidean geometry and cyclopean cities. Then there was Eleanor, an anthropology major who'd supposedly come into contact with an ancient deity during a field trip. She returned to the university different, her eyes an unnerving shade of green, her voice carrying a resonance that seemed older than time. As the years turned to decades and then centuries, Miskatonic University remained an enigma. While the world outside transformed with the march of technology and progress, the university seemed to exist in its own bubble of time, an ever-present reminder of the mysteries and horrors that lay just beyond the fringes of human understanding. And so, as the winds continued their mournful song, and the dark, ancient buildings of Miskatonic University stood defiant against time, one couldn't help but wonder, was the university a beacon of knowledge, a guardian against cosmic horrors? Or was it a gateway, tempting fate and beckoning the unknown? The answer, like the institution itself, remained shrouded in mystery.